Oh, never mind. It's because it's already done. No Robo Bay, I should say. So no Colossus or anything coming out just yet for him. Slows is going to dive in with the Hellion. Says, you know, in a couple minutes there will be no chance to get any damage done whatsoever with the Hellions. So should get what I can right now. Does manage to make it out with the medevac. Gets another 5 S probes. So that'll be 8 probes in total for 3 Hellions. That's pretty good trade overall. But he's moving out. Feels like he has to get damage done, but I think this is going to be a death sentence. His Storm is already finished, and there are 9 High Templar on the map for Cyan. Yeah, he's, you know, the old saying, what is it, a chicken for every pot? It's more like a storm for every Marine at this point, as there's just a massive number of High Templar out. Some of them morphing into Archons now. Actually, no, I'm sorry, he warped an additional High Templar to make those Archons, so there's still 9 High Templar. That is a crazy amount. This is a good position Slows has made for himself, but there's just not enough units here. And yeah, Storms. Storms in D, I think is the concerto we're listening to right now. Holy cow. Pre-1-1 doesn't even matter. Storm's just absolutely blanking the army. We're now looking at a 70 supply advantage, and I think this game really just comes down to that supply block. I'm not sure exactly how long that lasted, because I wasn't paying attention initially, but I think that had to be a full minute or so of being supply blocked, which is just so painful for him here. He could have had an extra 8 to 10 Widow Mines, pretty much. Cyan pushing in, probably doesn't realize just how ahead he is, as you know, you don't necessarily expect your opponent to get that supply blocked. And I think we're going to see a GG shortly. An unfortunate way to lose there for Sloza. You hate to see it. It happens to all of us on occasion. You just don't hear the audio cue, and you don't happen to look up to check your supply, and then a minute later you're like, man, I thought I was better at macro than this. I have 4,000 resources at 10 minutes in the game. And GG well played is called. But the Lings of Rex will have speed far before those of Regret. He unburrows the spine crawler. That actually runs him here. As the Lings go in, they got to try and dive on that spine. The spine is running, but it's not very helpful in that position. The Lings do get a full surround on the Queen as well, and I think that might actually be the impetus that might turn this into a win. There's only 1 Stalker, now 3. Okay, they're trying to just bypass the shield batteries, which I think is a pretty good choice here, at least until that battery overcharge runs out. Then I think you really need to dive on top of the Protoss before they get too many units up. Just going for the natural base of Regret at the moment, but I think that's a mistake. You really got to have the killer instinct here, I think, in this situation.
I don't mind it too much, just because... Oh, but they have to fight together, though, and they're not.
Yeah, that's very true. Is draining the shield batteries quite quickly. Baneling's morphing, but they're going to be too little too late, I think, actually, as those Lings would be better off fighting right now. All the shield batteries are drained. Oh, but that's a lot of Banelings about to pop. No!
No splits! Man. 0 splits!
Oh, no. I think targeting the Stalkers is actually a mistake there. You need to target down the Zerg units because they're not getting healed. And then you can worry about the low DPS Protoss units the rest of the time. Still, and it's about eliminating damage per second for your opponents, right? And you can kill the Zerg units a lot faster than you kill the Protoss, and then you just fight the Protoss by themselves.
Personally, I would have just went.
Down.
I would have went past this shield batteries and went up and do damage with the Lings.
You probably could have done that as well, but I think even if they just target down the Banelings there, I think that's game. You know.
Oh well, here it goes.
Yeah, a lot of Banelings coming in.
Oh no, he's pulling down the drone.
I mean, you don't have too much of a choice. Do manage to kill them there, but I think, yeah, it's going to be too little, too late. Oh, the Marines just kind of stood up on the top, didn't even help the Lings fight. That's very unfortunate.
I think they had enough if they fought together.
I mean, Regret even teching into the Roaches. A good choice here for him. I mean, there are a lot of charge lots, and there are some Widow Mines out, which may help, but the Lings pull the Widow Mine shots. They don't manage to pull them onto the Marines, but even keeping them away from the Zealots is the most important part. With the Void Rays coming in and some Banelings rolling on top of those Marines, there's not really any anti-air anymore for these 4 Void Rays, and they'll be able to push on through. Take out, I think, the Blind leading the Deaf, and GG is called. As there's going to be a lot of units available for DarkMenance. He's not even close to supply blocked either, so be quite nice for him. Oh, but does get a free Stalker who actually kills the Widowmine as he's dying. What a Chad. The tank does move up and siege, but there is a shield battery that needs to be protected here. DarkMenance, though, obviously not fully up on defense as Protoss, so if he lets these gateways get depowered, that could actually be really bad for him here, and indeed he does, and then he goes in after there's nothing left to defend. So unfortunate here for him. Definitely falling apart a little bit, I'd say, and the mind game, I guess. I don't know if you call it much of a mind game to say, hey, go for the race you're not good with. I guess that's some sort of a mind game. Has paid off for Neutrophil, as DarkMenance not looking to be in a great position here. The tank shelling away, killing lots and lots of Stalkers, and even if this army's cleaned up at this point, that's still a big win for Neutrophil, who's got a second tank coming in now. Third base on the way. And +1 is going to be done soon. The tank's not sieged up, though. A little unfortunately, there is an Immortal out now, which should be able to kill that tank, maybe? Oh, it gets body blocked by the other Protoss units, so it's not able to kill it. He's trying to drop down to get these siege tanks, does manage to find one of them. But the Marines, able to kill one of the gateways, going to be able to take down another one as well, and a third tank is moving in. And a little bit easier to split as well, but I'm not really expecting any splits here. 3 siege tanks on the way at a time. Tanks are such a pain to deal with as Protoss, especially whenever you're already down in supply like this. And oh man, GG is called.